Big update in the Sheena case. India today has managed to find Indrani's ex-husband Siddharth Das, who though claims that they were never formally married. The one elusive character in the entire saga who has remained untraceable so far. India Today's Manogya Loiwal traced Siddharth Das to his house in Kolkata even before the police that has been in search of him. After being asked about the Sheena murder case, Siddharth says he has nothing to add to it, just that he confirmed to India Today that he was indeed the father of Sheena Bora.
We have with us Siddharth Das, who's the first husband of Sheena Bora murder case and who's the first husband of Indrani Mukherjee. So give us an idea, was Indrani always running after money? Was she always running after money?
Not exactly, but she had a tendency.
You have spoken to Sheena. What were the detailed topics, if you could share with us?
How are you? Where are you? How are you? That's what.
You had a soft corner for Sheena. Did you know that Sheena was no more? How disturbing was it for you? How disturbing was it for you? How disturbing was it for you?
What?
How disturbing was it for you to know that Sheena was no more?
Yeah, it was disturbing.
And also give us an idea that Sheena has been in touch with you. Do you feel what has happened? What do you want in this case now? What is your? Are you seeking justice?
I want justice.
Are you seeking justice in this case? What justice do you want? And do you feel that Sheena? What do you want? That was Mr. Siddharth Das, who's finally confessed that yes, he is the father of Sheena, and of course has been very disturbed about it. With camera person Tapas Berry, this is Manogya Loiwal in Kolkata for India Today.
Indrajit Kundu is now joining us with more details. He has been in constant touch with Siddharth Das's family. Let me ask you first, Indro, does it come as a surprise to the family that Siddharth Das now claims that he was never really married to Indrani?
Well, it does, and the family is claiming to me that even they are taking this for face value, because as far as their knowledge is concerned, they believe that Indrani was married to Siddharth Das in about 1888, and that's what they had known for so many years, since they have been telling us that it's been close to a decade now that Siddharth has not kept in touch with the family. So even they are surprised now that Siddharth comes out and says that he was just in a living relationship with Indrani, that their relationship had not been solemnized, because the family all through knew that they were married and they were settled in Guwahati for some time.
What is the family saying about when was the last time they met Indrani, and was Sheena already born at that time?
Well, that's right. You know, there was only once that the family claims they met Sheena along with Indrani and Siddharth, and this was around 88, 89, right after Sheena was born. And as far as the family can recollect, Sheena was a few months old. She was an infant, and that was the only time the family claims they saw Sheena, and they also met Indrani. The family says that Indrani initially during that meeting was quite cordial. But, you know, Shantanu told me off the record, of course, that they found Indrani very ambitious. They found Indrani much, you know, suave. She had a finesse about herself. She was very smart. She was much smarter than many of her contemporaries at the time. So she had something about her which they found was, they found that she was very ambitious, given what they saw at the time during their first meeting with Indrani in Karimganj.
What does the family say about Mikhail Bora? Did Siddharth Das ever inform them that he had a son as well with Indrani?
Well, the family has not told me anything about Mikhail, except for the fact that it was in their common knowledge that both Mikhail and Sheena were Siddharth's children. But they say that they have not seen Mikhail ever. It was only Sheena who was brought here in this house when she was a toddler, when she was an infant. But Maha, here is the affidavit. I just want to show and refresh the memory of the audiences. Here is a copy of the affidavit that we had got, that we had flashed about a few days back. In this affidavit, and this affidavit, of course, the date was not mentioned when this affidavit was filed. Okay. But if I can clearly show you, it's written that Indrani Bora, wife of Sri S. Das, aged about 20, by the center, you know, aged about 20, and she's written that I have mutually separated from my husband. I'm mutually, if I can ask my camera person to pan, it's written, I am mutually separated from my husband, S. Das. This is the line which would be important. Absolutely. Because now S. Das comes out, as we have revealed, and he claims that it was just a live-in relationship. And the second line, if my camera person can show on, that I mutually separated from my husband, Shri S. Das, and I have no relation since 1989. This is the point which needs to be highlighted right now. So there seems to be a discrepancy which is emerging, you know, as far as the affidavit is concerned and what S. Das comes out and tells us in the media.
Well, this clearly flies in the face of the claim that is being made by Siddharth Das that he was never really married formally or legally to Indrani Mukherjee. In fact, what he says is he was always only in a live-in relationship with her, but this affidavit clearly shows that they were separated at some stage, and therefore this contradicts what Siddharth Das has been claiming. After being traced down in Kolkata, Indrani's ex-husband Siddharth Das has made a stunning claim, as we were pointing out, that he is not married to Indrani, but that they were staying together. This despite the fact that India Today has accessed an affidavit filed in the early 1990s by Indrani and Siddharth Das, in which it is claimed that they had separated since 1989, and the affidavit also claims that the guardianship of Sheena and her brother Mikhail has been given to Indrani's parents. Indro is still with us. Indro, then it wouldn't be a surprise, but in fact a shock to the family that Siddharth Das is perhaps lying.
Well, the family doesn't want to come to any conclusion at this point in time. There are three things that the family has told me very conclusively. They believe that Siddharth is not involved in this murder. That's what they believe. So they have been claiming this steadily since yesterday when I did the first interview, or day before yesterday when they first spoke to us over phone. So they believe that Siddharth is not involved in any way in this murder. They also believe that, you know, Siddharth was married initially, and now they are taking it for face value when Siddharth says that they were in a live-in relationship. They believe that both Mikhail and Sheena is the children of Siddharth. Siddharth is the biological father of both these kids. That's what they believe at this point in time. And they also, you know, say that Indrani was separated with Siddhartha at about 89. That was the time when they claim that even Sheena was born around 88, 89. They're not very conclusive about which year. They say that it's been such a long time that they have not been in touch. So it's beyond their memory. But what they can recollect is the fact that Siddharth and Indrani had settled in Guwahati while the family was based in Shillong. And then Siddharth had moved on to Calcutta, where he settled, and he married again after his so-called separation with Indrani.
Indrajit, on the face of it, it doesn't appear that there were any differences between Siddharth Das and his family. Why is it that he chose then not to be in touch with his family? Does the family have any explanation for that?
Well, Maha, that's not very clear. But what I could gather from my, you know, off-camera, off-record conversation with the family, especially with the mother, is that it seems they were not on good terms as far as Indrani was concerned. It doesn't look like they were on good terms. And perhaps, you know, what I could understand is the monetary difference, the financial difference, the difference in stature and status is something that has led to the fallout between Indrani and Siddharth, and after which Siddharth also fell out with his family. Because why is it that after Siddharth got into a relationship with Indrani, that it was only once that he came to this house? You know, that doesn't have a really any logical explanation. So it seems like even Siddharth was not very comfortable with Indrani in his own life, and Indrani perhaps was not very comfortable with Siddharth's family.
All right, Indrajit Kundu, many thanks for joining us with all those details. In fact, after Siddharth Das was traced to Kolkata, after many years of being reportedly underground, his brother has once again spoken with India Today. Shantanu Das has told India Today that he is relieved that Siddharth is now back out in the open. Siddharth's brother had told India Today that he hopes he will assist the probe in Mumbai. Siddharth Das was tracked down earlier today, a day after his brother made a fervent appeal on India Today. Let's listen in to Shantanu Das now.
We have with us the family members of Siddharth Das here in Karimganj. Shantanu joins us. He is the brother. Shantanu, yesterday you made a very emotional appeal to your brother to surface, to come out and reveal his identity so that your family is spared the trouble, you said. You know, he has now come out. It's not even been 24 hours that he has come out and he's spoken to us. How would you react?
I'm so happy that my appeal has gone in the right way, and I am sure that my brother will help with the police and with the cooperation, and justice will be done to my niece. And I hope that I'm being spared from all this hounding by the ideas. Please spare us now. I hope he will cooperate now. Please leave us alone now, please.
And you've seen your brother after so many years on television, via television, through all of us. So, you know, how do you feel? Could you recognize him instantly? Has there been a lot of change? And whatever he has said, you know, how do you feel about whatever he has said today?
I'm very happy that to see my brother after so many years. Actually, I could not recognize him properly. And I'm happy that he's come up. And I'm very sure, he will help in the investigation.
And the entire family is confident that he's not involved in this murder.
No, never, by no means. No means.
That you are confident.
100%.
So there you have it, Shantanu. Once again, making it clear that the family is happy at the least that he has surfaced at this point in time. He's taking the onus on himself to speak out at this point because they were being under a lot of distress, under a lot of scrutiny, and he also hopes and he expresses his confidence that his brother is no way involved in this murky murder case. With camera person Chitramanu Pathak, Indrajit for India Today in Karimganj, Assam.
Let's now turn our attention to the probe that's going on in Mumbai. Cops have reportedly seized the computer used to create Sheena's resignation letter. The Khar police have recovered 2 hard disks of the computer used to create Sheena Bora's fake resignation letter and a letter to terminate her tenancy agreement. In fact, according to sources, Indrani sent a sample of Sheena's signature to one of her employees who sent back copies of a forged signature 3 or 4 times before Indrani was satisfied. Indrani then had hard copies of letters sent to Sheena's employer and the landlord. Amrita Shedge is now joining us with more details from outside the Khar police station. Amrita, is the police also looking for this employee of Indrani who actually helped in forging the signatures of Sheena to get a better sense of what was happening during that period?
Yes, definitely. That is an important source to know the details of this entire case, because that was the person Indrani contacted to make the forged signatures of Sheena. So definitely police is looking for that person. Rather, they have got some sources also to connect with that person. He was an ex-employee where Indrani was working before. That is an important source. Also, another information they want to get the details of the mobile phone which was used by Indrani, which was of Sheena, and Indrani used it after the murder of Sheena. So definitely that mobile phone is an important source. The hard disk which police has got, that will reveal many details of this entire case, as that was the computer was used to type the resignation letter of Sheena, and that was again sent to the MMOPL where Sheena was working. So all such details the Mumbai police is trying to get the details of. Inside the Khar police station, the interrogation has already started with Sanjeev Khanna. He was brought to the Khar police station from Bandra police station, and also inside there the driver is also there. So the joint interrogation is going on. Right. We are expecting that Indrani will also be taken to the Khar police station to start the interrogation. Back to you.
Also, Amrita, Indrani has not been cooperating with the investigation as is being claimed by the police. Therefore, do they not want her to be part of the joint interrogation and want to question her separately? Is that the sense in the police at the moment?
That is a possibility, because as you said that Indrani is not really cooperating police, but if we talk about to make the case more easy or to get the details, it will be an easy task for police to get 3 of them together and then ask questions, so that they can, cross-question each and every person. So that can also be a strategy of Mumbai police to bring all the 3 of them together and then ask, because as of now,
two of them are together. Sanjeev Khanna and also the driver, two of them are together inside Khar police station, and the process of interrogation is going on.
All right.
So Indrani is still in Santa Cruz police station, but we have to wait and watch what action police takes.
All right. So at the present moment, Sanjeev Khanna and Indrani Mukherjee's driver Shyam Rai are being questioned at the Khar police station. Indrani has not been brought so far from Santa Cruz to Khar police station. The police continue to claim that she has not been cooperating with the investigations. Now with Indrani Mukherjee and two others in custody till the 5th of September, the Mumbai police has got 5 more days to gather clinching evidence against the accused. Sanjeev Khanna and Indrani's driver Shyam Rai are presently at the Khar police station. The police team is questioning them jointly and will also do so individually to unravel and get more details out of them as far as the motive of the crime is concerned. Also the possible money angle and the involvement perhaps of others as well in the crime. On the other hand, the Mumbai police may also conduct a narco analysis test on Indrani Mukherjee and her ex-husband Sanjeev Khanna to corroborate the information that they have managed to gather so far in the Sheena murder case. But the investigation team will require the court's permission to subject the accused to the test. And so far, the police have not filed any application in this regard. According to police sources, Indrani had initially admitted to her crime and later she retracted her statement. When the police confronted Indrani and her ex-husband, both started blaming each other for the murder. So in view of the changing statements of both the accused, the police is now mulling conducting a narco test on them. Well, and the Mumbai police sources have also questioned Indrani's lawyer over their claims that she was roughed up in custody. Sources said that if Indrani's lawyer does claim that she was roughed up, then why did they not file an application in court? Sources also added that when the court asked the accused as a matter of procedure whether they had any complaint against the police, why did she not speak up at that time? Well, as the Sheena murder mystery deepens, more sordid details of the murky plot are emerging. Chilling facts keep tumbling out in the Sheena Bora murder case. The latest is something rather grotesque, that Sheena's corpse was kept in a sitting position on the rear seat of the car between the former INX CEO Indrani Mukherjee and her second husband Sanjeev Khanna as they drove to Raigarh's pen the morning after the murder to dump the body. It was placed in such a way as to convey the impression that there were 3 passengers who were seated in the back seat. A cop said that the accused did so to avoid being caught at checkposts. The body was only bundled into the suitcase once the car reached the Raigarh forest. According to cops, Indrani and Khanna felt that just in case the police stopped their vehicle for checking, they would, as they generally do, check the vehicle's boot and not disturb the passengers. Also, as it was early morning, they could say that Sheena was asleep. After reaching Raigarh, the accused stuffed the body in the suitcase and then later burnt it in the forest. Now, with Sheena's skull and remains of bones preserved in Mumbai's hospital, these remains could be turned into clinching evidence with the help of technology. According to experts, a complete forensic facial reconstruction can be done using the advanced method of digital superimposition photography and facial reconstruction method. In this process, a human's face whose identity is not known is recreated from their skeletal remains. Facial reconstruction method can be used by investigating agencies to establish the identity of Sheena Bora.